fixed point method, which is also called method of iterations. It's important to note the definition of fixed point. What is a fixed point? A fixed point for a given function g is a number p for which this relation holds. Fixed point is associated with a function, and a number is said to be fixed point if this relation holds. Actually, this is the intersection of any function gx with the straight line passing through the origin, or y is equal to x. This point of intersection will be the fixed point. Root finding problem and fixed point problems are equivalent clauses in some sense. For example, if we want to find the solution of this equation, fx is equal to 0, we can rewrite fx is equal to 0 in this form. If we succeed to obtain a fixed point P which satisfies this relation, will also be the root of the first equation, fx is equal to 0. And gx can be obtained by many ways. We can write gx in this form, or in this form, or in any other form. And conversely, we can say that if a function g has a fixed point at p, then the function defined by fx, which is equal to x minus gx, will have 0 at p. We consider here two examples. If our function gx, which is just equal to x, in this interval, this function has a fixed point at each value of x which belongs to the interval. And if our gx is equal to x minus sine of pi x, then we have two fixed points in this interval. The points are 0 and 1. This is the graph. This is the function gx, and it's equal to, if you draw y is equal to x here, you will obtain two fixed points. Let us study an important theorem related to the fixed point for the existence and uniqueness of a fixed point. In this statement, it is considered that if G belongs to AB, G is continuous on AB, and Gx also belongs to AB. For all x from this interval, then G has a fixed point in A. And the second part of this theorem says that in addition that G dash x exists on AB, this derivative exists and a positive constant k which is less than 1 exists. With this condition, then the fixed point is unique. Let's see its proof. G is continuous in AB. And it is also given that Gx belongs to AB. There is possibility that GA is equal to A or GB is equal to B because the function belongs to AB for all x belonging to AB. If one of these possibilities holds, then the existence of fixed point is clear. We need not to go ahead. But if there is no one possibility, then we see if GA is not equal to A, then GA is greater than A. And GB is not equal to B, then GB will be less than B because Gx belongs to AB for all x belonging to AB. In this case, we have to define a function hx, which is equal to gx minus x, and we know that gx is continuous, x is continuous, therefore the difference will be continuous, so hx is continuous on the interval AB. We observe that HA is greater than 0 from this relation. And similarly, HB is less than 0. Now, we have to take help from intermediate value theorem, which says that there exists P belonging to AB for which H at P is equal to 0. Therefore, for P it is equal to 0, H P is equal to 0 means G of P minus P is equal to 0, which means GP is equal to P and P will be the fixed point of J. In the second part, a condition is mentioned that G dash x exists and for all values of x, this derivative is less or equal to k and this k is less than 1 for all x belonging to AB. We assume that this condition holds and P and Q are two fixed points. We know that if P is the fixed point, then G of P is equal to P. And if we say that Q is also a fixed point, then G at Q will be equal to Q. And these two values are not equal, different values. By mean value theorem, there exists eta between P and Q, which is in AB with this condition that the secant line and the tangent lines are parallel. Now we consider P minus Q. And we say that P is the fixed point, P will be equal to G of P, Q is the fixed point, will be equal to G of. We can write P minus Q as GP minus GQ. And using this theorem, we can write it in this form. But we have the condition that G dash X is less or equal to K. And here X is eta. For every value, derivative is less than or equal to K, we can write it in this form. And K is less than 1, therefore this inequality holds. Now we see that P minus Q is less than P minus Q, which is contradiction. And this contradiction occurs due to our supposition. We have supposed that P and Q are not equal. Hence our opposition is wrong. P is equal to Q. And if P is equal to Q, we can say that the fixed point in this interval is unique. You can observe this figure. This is the fixed point, which is not at A and not at B, and between A and B. And this is the unique fixed point. फिक्स पॉइंट से रिलेटेड ये एग्जांपल, ये जो हमने इस थ्योरम पढ़ा है इससे रिलेटेड, ये एक फंक्शन g ऑफ x विच इज इक्वल टू एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 1 डिवाइडेड बाई 3, और हम इंटरवल ले लेते हैं ये -1 से 1 तक। एक्सट्रीम वैल्यू थ्योरम हमें ये बताता है कि एब्सोल्यूट मिनिमम और एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमम कहाँ अकर करते हैं। ये आप एक्सट्रीम वैल्यू थ्योरम को जरूर पढ़िएगा। It is easy to show that the absolute minimum of g occurs at x is equal to 0. जब आप x की वैल्यू 0 लेंगे तो g ऑफ 0 आपको मिलेगा -1/3, और एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमम के लिए आप इन दो वैल्यू पे g से ये वैल्यू गेन करेंगे जो कि एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमम हो। अब इसकी मैक्सिमम वैल्यू 0 होगी, मिनिमम -1/3 है। मजीद ये कि ये फंक्शन गिवन फंक्शन कॉन्टिन्यूअस पॉलिनोमियल है, तो ये कॉन्टिन्यूअस। तो अब वो कंडीशन देखते हैं g डैश ऑफ x which is equal to 2/3x which is always less or equal to 2/3 and 2/3 is less than 1। तो इस इंटरवल में आप x की कोई भी वैल्यू लें, ये कंडीशन होल्ड करती है। So G satisfies the hypothesis of discussed theorem and has a unique fixed point। अब अगर आपसे यूनिक फिक्स पॉइंट से रिलेटेड कोई एग्जांपल पूछी जाए तो ये बेहतरीन एग्जांपल है। इसके अलावा आप खुद भी कोई एग्जांपल कंस्ट्रक्ट कर सकते हैं। तो ये आपके पास कोई एग्जांपल और भी होनी चाहिए, आप खुद भी सोचिएगा और कोई एग्जांपल इस तरह की जो इस थ्योरम की स्टेटमेंट के मुताबिक। In this example, the unique fixed point P, यूनिक फिक्स पॉइंट कौन सा है पे -1 और 1 के दरमियान, वो थ्योरम तो हमें ये बताता है कि यूनिक फिक्स पॉइंट एग्जिस्ट करता है गिवन इंटरवल में। किस तरह हम फाइंड आउट करेंगे? अलजेब्रिकली हम इसको इस तरह फाइंड आउट करेंगे, यानी P एग्जिस्ट तो करता है जिस पे G ऑफ P इक्वल है। अब थ्योरम की स्टेटमेंट के मुताबिक यूनिक फिक्स पॉइंट एग्जिस्ट करता है, इट मीन देयर इज एनी P विच इज इक्वल टू G ऑफ P। तो G ऑफ P तो ये P के इक्वल है, इट मीन ये रिलेशन होल्ड करता है। और इसको अगर आप सॉल्व करेंगे तो आपको ये वैल्यू मिलेगी। क्वाड्रेटिक फार्मूला आप अप्लाई कर लें तो आपको ये फिक्स पॉइंट P मिल जाएगा। फिक्स पॉइंट फार्मूला फाइंड आउट करने के लिए आप इस तरीकाकार को अडॉप्ट करेंगे। Note that G has a unique fixed point this for the interval 3 4। अगर आपका इंटरवल ये होता तो आपका यूनिक फिक्स पॉइंट ये P वैल्यू होती। However, G of 4 is equal to 5 and G dash of 4 is 8 by 3 which is greater than 1. So G does not satisfy the hypothesis of, लेकिन यहाँ फिक्स पॉइंट एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है, आप इसको कहते हैं कि ये इस इंटरवल में पॉइंट है लेकिन ये उसकी स्टेटमेंट को सेटिस्फाई नहीं कर रहा। This shows that hypotheses of theorem are sufficient to guarantee a unique fixed point but are not necessary।